Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us today. I'm Tony.
And I'm Allie.
And this is Snow Globe Rescue. And today we have a repair video for you. A repair video for this snow globe right here. And the reason that we're in front of the camera today is because we had an equipment malfunction.
A little mishap.
Little mishap with the camera, and we lost the introduction scene at the beginning of the video where we normally show you the globe before we start working on it. So this happens to be another subscriber request.
Yes.
This goes out to Missy Miller and Random Frog, a couple of subscribers that saw this globe in episode 136. So what we did was we got the clip from episode 136, and we're going to put that in front of the video so you can see what it looked like before, and then we'll go right into the repair. And I think that should work out fine, but dogs and butterflies.
Dogs and butterflies.
So let's go ahead and see how that repair went. And this repair is interesting because we also had to repair the music box, which was all rusted. So, and Allie added something to the snow globe water. You'll see it in the video. Okay. So thanks everyone for joining us. If you're new to the channel, please remember, if you like this content, subscribe, like, and share. And at the end of the video, there are going to be some links to some of our other videos that you might be interested in. So we hope you enjoy the video, and let us know in the comments what you think. So thanks, and let's get to it.
Let's do it.
This is a tragic story right here.
It is.
We have a bunch of dogs here on the base. It looks like they're having a fun time here. They're on top of the dog house. They're rolling around on the ground, playing with toys, and you know, just having a fun time. But then inside the globe, that's not good. Yeah.
That's not good, he said, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that globe, not only is the stopper deteriorating, but it's
Yeah, the stopper actually fell apart. It's in the outside of the stopper is still attached in there, and then this is the inside of the stopper. Here is just kind of, it's just got pulled completely. But we have looks like a Dalmatian puppy and another puppy on top of a dog house here, and this whole thing. Let me see if I can't even get this. I can't even get it upright. But yeah, so basically a bunch of dogs just playing and having fun, and this thing is completely empty. And like I said, the stopper has been completely pulled into the. We have to change the stopper
for sure.
And everything. So yeah,
that's cute. I like it.
Yeah, it'll look nice once it's done.
The base is in great condition.
It's in perfect condition. Yeah.
I like the puppies.
Yeah. So just a bunch of puppies having fun. We'll hopefully get this fixed soon. All right. So as usual with this type of globe, we're going to heat up the base here because this is normally attached with hot glue. We'll warm that glue up and get it soft, and then get that cover off there. So this looks like a good spot right here. Hopefully there's a space right there. I can get the screwdriver in there and pry it up. Otherwise, I can maybe grab onto this with the needle nose pliers and pull. So we'll see what works best. Yeah. So go ahead and heat it up right about there. Whoa, okay. Wow.
Glitter explosion.
All right. Well, yeah, a bunch of glitter came out as soon as we pulled the cover off. Well, here's why the music box is not working.
Jeez Louise.
Wow. Okay, so we don't know what the song is supposed to be, and as you can see,
it's pretty crazy.
The comb is almost rusted solid, and the barrel has a layer of rust. It's almost like, you ever see like a shipwreck when they go in there and the salt water has caused the metal objects to like fuse together and rust? That's what it looks like here. All of that water over time leaking out of the globe, landing on this music box, has rusted it. So we, at the beginning, when we first started doing this, or early on, whenever we had a music box that wasn't working, we would just swap the music box out with another one. And we'll give a shout out here to one of our subscribers, Dark and Charlie XO, who gave us the idea of replacing the barrel and of taking the barrel and the comb off and putting it on a new music box mechanism. Now, that is in the case that the barrel and the comb are still good.
Right.
So in this particular case, there's so much rust on here. What we're going to do is we're going to put this in some vinegar and let it sit maybe for the rest of the day or overnight, eat up all that rust and see if any of this is usable. So we'll do that here in a minute. Now, the next thing we got to do is get that stopper out of there.
Yeah.
And that stopper looks like it might be hard and dry.
Right?
It looks like it might be dry rotted and hard. Yeah, it's falling apart. That stopper is falling apart. I can see it right there. Yeah. See that? Yeah, that stopper is.
I mean, when we had it up on the thing, I was like, yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, so we're gonna need a new stopper here for this. So
we're gonna take a look and find one of those.
Yeah, we gotta find a stopper. So first of all, let's get this out of here. Now, we've come up with a technique. I don't know if it's just something that we came up with or if it's common knowledge, but whenever the stopper drops all the way into the globe like this, they're a real pain to get out.
Yeah.
But okay, Sally, if you can hold this.
Yep.
The way some of the success we've had for getting these out, it'd be easier if the base wasn't on there. But basically, you grab the stopper with one needle nose pliers, then grab the stopper like right near it with another pair of needle nose pliers. Okay, Ali, if you can hold this first pair of needle nose pliers there, and then I'll take this screwdriver and use it as kind of like a shoehorn, and kind of work my way around to get. It takes 3 hands to do this basically. Yeah, you just don't move your needle nose. Just keep yours right where they are, and then I will. Yeah, it's not as easy as it sounds. But let me get this first part over here.
Especially when the stopper is falling apart when you as you're trying to get it out. That doesn't help.
So, okay, yeah, because the stopper is falling apart as I'm grabbing it with the needle nose. So working our way around, pulling up on it and getting as much of that stopper in place, we'll get it. We'll eventually work it out of there. All right. That took a little bit of work, but we finally got it. And the reason it took so much work is because as we're pulling on the stopper, it's falling apart, as you can see. So time to find another stopper. Hopefully we have one. We have a bag with some stoppers in it that we took from other globes that we couldn't fix or that were, we just took apart for parts reasons. So we'll see if we got another stopper and we'll be right back. All right, so for this music box, we're gonna go ahead and remove it from the cover down here. And sometimes they're held on with 2 screws and sometimes like this one's held on with 3. And we'll just remove those screws and get it off. All right, so the corrosion even got to the screws. They were very difficult to remove, but yeah, this thing is rusted and corroded all the way through. It looks pretty bad, but here's what we're gonna do, and you've seen us do this before. We're gonna put the music box here in this, we're gonna go ahead and put the screws in there too to get all the corrosion off the screws. And we don't have high hopes for this because the last time we did something like this, we had a comb that was rusted similar to this one, maybe not quite as bad as this one, and the corrosion and the rust ate away enough of the good metal that once we got rid of the corrosion and the rust, there wasn't enough left to work, but we were able to save the barrel and find a different comb. So we'll see what we can salvage from here once all that corrosion, but this is like frozen solid. These 2 pieces right here it's almost like they're connected. So that corrosion has fused them together. All right, so we're gonna put this is distilled white vinegar. And like I said, this will eat up the corrosion on there and we'll see if there's anything usable once it's done. And we'll probably let this sit until tonight, and maybe overnight till tomorrow. You can already see it starting to bubble around the corrosion. So we're gonna let this sit and we'll come back to this. All right, the next step now is to replace this dry rotted stopper here. All right, so let me see if we can, sometimes these figurines will peel right off of the stopper. Not in this case, but the stopper is just falling away. Okay, so we're gonna have to cut the stopper away from the figurine. So Ali, if you could hold the figurine, I will hold the stopper and we'll just cut that off. Okay, pull that way and I will pull this way on the stopper and we'll get it off of there. Okay, so the old stopper is garbage.
Sorry.
That old stopper's gone. And looks like we did a pretty good job here. Let me just go ahead and clean this up a little bit here. And then
we'll clean up the globe, clean up the figurine, clean up the new stopper.
Yep, the new stopper looks fine.
Yeah, you just need to clean it off.
Yeah, we're gonna rinse
this rando
glitter.
Glitter off.
Yep. Now we're gonna go ahead and clean this up. Like I said, we use a soft bristle brush and some dish detergent to clean this up, and then the same thing. We use a handle sponge with a little dish soap. We'll get all this cleaned up in here, and then we can proceed.
I'll tell you, side profiles are everything, right? Because when you look at it this way, he's a mean mugger. But when you look at it this way, he's like, oh,
yeah.
Oh.
It depends on what angle you look at him at. I just realized there is a frog sitting in front of the doghouse. I didn't notice that frog earlier. Yeah. Okay. So.
Cute.
All right. So we'll clean this up and we'll be right back. The globe is clean. Stopper's all clean. And the figurine's all clean. So what we're going to do now is we're going to glue this figurine down to the stopper. The figurine was only attached on the edges originally here, so it looks like the inside there's like a kind of like a indented area down here. So we're just going to put this Zappa gap, which is what we're using these days for the figurines, inside the globe, and pretty much anything we're using this for. Anything that we would use, regular super glue or Gorilla Glue for. All right, we're going to put that right in the center here. Let's make sure that is centered.
That's centered?
It looks centered to me. Let me just press it down. Yeah, that's centered.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, we're going to press that down. Let that Zappa gap dry for a while. We'll come back and fill this globe up. All right, the figurine is now attached to the stopper. So we're going to go ahead and fill this up. This is a 4-inch globe. And the 4-inch globe holds 16 ounces of water. So let's go ahead and start filling this up. Up to there. Okay. So, Allie, could you hold that?
Yep.
All right. So, 4-inch globe, 16 ounces of water. That is 32 tablespoons of water total. And we're going to do 30% glue, which is 9.6 tablespoons of glue, but Allie's going to have me, I have a suspicion Allie's going to have me round that up to 10.
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. Okay.
I hope the butterflies
All right.
fall slower.
Okay, well, here we go. 10 tablespoons of glue as usual. All right, there we go. Approximately 10 tablespoons of glue.
I was telling my boyfriend over here that this looks like a San Francisco music box company type globe.
You should be telling me.
You're my boyfriend,
Oh,
silly.
okay. Good. All right, so we're going to stir that glue into the water until it's nice and clear, and that means it's all dissolved.
I think that looks good.
It looks good? Okay.
Hang on to that.
All right, so Allie's going to do something special for this globe.
See, butterflies.
Yes, she has some of those pink butterflies that we used in that that hummingbird garden globe, right? So she's been waiting for an opportunity to use these butterflies again.
Yeah, I mean, I think we also used them in a like maybe a couple small globes. I can't remember which ones.
I can't remember now.
We do so many of them.
I know for sure you used it in the hummingbird garden.
I did.
All right, let's see what you got here.
Yeah, what's in there?
Probably a few more.
Couple more
Yeah,
here.
maybe like twice that much probably would work.
Okay, tell me
Okay,
what that
let's
looks like
see.
for butterflies.
That looks pretty good. I think I actually could use some more. To be honest with you, I think I could use more butterflies.
Sometimes I'm heavy-handed, so now I'm trying to do it like a little bit at a time, so I don't overdo things. You know what I mean?
Let's see. That should probably work. Yeah, look.
That looks better.
That looks pretty good.
And then to just sparkle it up a little bit.
Yeah, we decided instead of using just the butterflies, we'd throw a little bit of silver glitter.
Just a little bit. Not a lot. I'm
silver.
going to be very conservative and do this a tiny, tiny bit at a time.
Let's see. Yeah, there's a few silver, some silver glitter flying around in there with the butterflies.
Does that look like enough, or do you?
Maybe just a little bit more, I think. In my opinion, I don't know. What do you think? All right.
I think that's good.
We'll work with that. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good.
All right. Okay, so let me put some more water in there. Okay. So now we were not able to mark the position of the stopper because the stopper was dried out and falling apart. So we're gonna have to just eyeball this. So this looks like the front of the globe right here, where these dogs are playing on the ground. And so, could you hold that out? So I think we're going to position this so that these two dogs this dog is facing these dogs, right? Is that how you want it?
More like that, so that you see both of them.
Both dogs facing forward and a little bit of the front of the
like that. Okay. Yeah.
So let me go ahead and wet the stopper. I'm going to wet the stopper to make it easier to install.
So I want to see the frog too. And if you...
Okay, so like this. Okay, let's get that in there. Okay, so take a quick look and see if that looks right.
Okay, let's see it like that. So hard.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and now we got a position. We're going to go ahead and get the stopper pushed in. This stopper seems to be going in fairly easy. Let's see if we can do it without an air bubble. Maybe. I'm going to use my little screwdriver here to relieve the pressure. So when I push the stopper in. Okay, let me grab the needle nose pliers here. Okay, so just pushed in a little bit on this side. Okay, that's installed. I've got a couple of air bubbles, so what do you think of that?
Let me see. Yeah. That way you see everybody. You see the frog, you see this guy, you see that guy.
Okay, so
I think that looks good.
Looks good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and shake this a little bit. Yeah, it looks like the butterfly
cool.
to glitter ratio is good. All right, so since, like I said before, since this was opened up and then we got the figurine was out of the, sometimes air will hide in the figurine, you know, and
let this one sit for a good minute, maybe.
So we're going to go ahead and move it around, and I'm going to tap it, see if any air is hiding in there, and then we're going to go ahead and, like we've been doing lately, we're going to let it sit for a few minutes and let all the bubbles that are in there gather up before we get them out. I'll lay it on its side here like this. There we go. Okay, we'll come back to that in a few minutes and get the bubbles. Okay, so this is, we let this sit for about maybe 10 minutes or so. Make sure all the bubbles that were kind of floating around have gathered up. In the past, you've seen us use the syringe to get this out, but lately we prefer using the underwater method. If you can put the whole globe underwater and the base won't be damaged, then you're okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to move the stopper over a little bit, grab it, and then we're going to, I use the screwdriver here. You could probably use just the needle nose pliers, but I use this little screwdriver to make a space for the air to escape. Okay. So there's the air bubble there. Oh, there we go. There's the air bubble. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and put it underwater. Get that air bubble up to where the screwdriver is, and then just move that stopper back out of the way and let all that air out. And it should all escape. Let's see. Did we get it all?
Looks like it.
I don't see any air bubble. Okay, good. So we got it. And while it's still in the water, we'll hold the stopper so it doesn't get pulled out, and then we'll remove this screwdriver. That way no air gets back in there. And Looks good.
Looks good.
Okay, so we got to dry it off now and go to the next step. The air bubble out of there, and we've dried this all up. We're going to go ahead and seal this stopper up with some hot glue, and hopefully it will not leak again. And we'll, of course, we'll keep it in a temperature controlled environment so this sort of thing doesn't happen. So remember, don't let your globes overheat or freeze. Neither one is good.
Yeah, unfortunately, leaving them outside
in the sun
is not a good idea. You may
even in a window in the sun inside the house. Yeah, it'll mess it up. All right, so we have a couple of air bubbles that popped up over here, and as we said before, that's usually that's a little bit of water that's still left between the stopper and the globe, and the heat from the hot glue vaporizes the water and causes a bubble. And if you get a bubble like that, pop it and put some more hot glue on there to keep that from becoming a leak. I think that might have been the only spot.
Okay.
That was it. Yeah. Okay. So now oh wait, another bubble popped up right there. See it? It was a late bloomer. Okay, here we go. A little bit right there and a little bit right there. Okay. Now we're gonna let this sit and let that cool, and that we're gonna come back. Where's the music box?
Gross.
Okay, so here's the music box, which is the music box is all of that corrosion, all of that rust is starting to come up, and you see how dirty that water is. Let me get out of the water here and see what we're working with here.
Wow, that looks.
It looks like some of it has come off.
Yeah.
But there's still plenty more there. So
but I mean, look how much has come off.
Yeah, a lot of the surface, the bulk of it has come off.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna let this sit in here, and we'll check on it in a few hours. And then whenever we get to the point where we think all the corrosion is gone, or enough is gone that you see how the corrosion. It's hard. It might be hard to see, but there's like streams of brown bubbles coming off of the comb and the drum, where all that corrosion is just bubbling off of the acid from the distilled white vinegar is just eating up that corrosion and just causing all this fizzing and bubbling to come up. So, and as you can see, the rusty metal that's been taken off is just all over this thing right here. So it's coming off. We'll come back when this is cleaned up, and we'll see what we have. All right, this has been sitting in vinegar for several hours. Let's take a look and see. There's a lot of corrosion and rust particles in there. So this looks better. A lot of that rust is off there. Looks like there might be enough metal there that will work, but the actual mechanism here is still seized up. I don't think this is going to work. So I'm going to do is remove the comb off of here. Take a look at the bottom side of it, see how that looks. Looks like they're mostly moving independently of each other. Let's see. Yeah, this might be salvageable. You see this, Allie? Yeah, I think this may survive here. This comb looks pretty good, actually, after all that corrosion cleaned up. Looks pretty good.
Looks a lot better.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's good. Now we need to get this barrel off of here. And what I found is this retainer here that holds the barrel on is threaded. Maybe if I use the smaller needle nose, and you can actually turn this and it'll unthread through the body there, and you can loosen up that. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now I've got the barrel. has some more corrosion on it. So I'm gonna let the barrel sit for a little bit longer, and then we're gonna mount the barrel and the comb on a new spring assembly, because this one is not working anymore. All right.
Spring sprung.
The spring is sprung. Okay, so this looks good here, and we'll let this sit, and we'll come back when this is all nice and clean and try to mount it in a new mechanism.
Some nasty ass water.
That is nasty. Yes, that's. You know what? Maybe I'll put some. I'll put some fresh vinegar and then come back to it. Yeah. All right. All right. A few more hours in the vinegar, and it most of the corrosion came off of there. The little dimples on the drum are still there. They seem kind of thin, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if this works. But put a little bit of oil on it just to protect the metal after being in that vinegar. So the comb itself, though, we were cleaning it up with a little brush, and one of the teeth broke off. So this comb seems like
pretty delicate after all it's been through.
Yeah, with all that corrosion, it looks like the metal might be a little bit compromised. So we're gonna see what happens. At the very least, we're gonna see if we can actually identify the tune and see if we can find a replacement comb if need be. That's a note that's actually used, which probably is. So let's take a look here. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is get this drum installed into this new mechanism here. So we're gonna take this little dimple right here, and then there's an opening right there. This nut right here holds it in right there. So we're gonna go ahead and place this in that little hole right there. And then, okay, now, okay, I've got it engaged with the gears.
Aw.
Yes, I have.
What happened to us?
Okay. And I'm gonna, so I'm gonna go ahead and run this nut in.
Making it too easy on me. Making it too easy.
Don't go there.
Go away.
Okay, so we've got it snugged up. So let's see what happens here when we turn this. Okay, the drum is turning.
Okay.
That's good. It's not loose. All right, so now.
We don't know that. We don't know rotisserie.
Well.
Sorry.
It'll
be here.
It doesn't appear to be drunk at the moment. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and install this comb here. Let me get the screwdriver here, and we'll put these 2 screws in there, and we'll snug it up. Okay, let's see. Oh, I gotta loosen the screw a little bit here.
Yeah, I remember from the last time that we messed with these, it was like a little bit of back and forth.
Yeah, you got to get it just right. So let's see.
It wants to.
I hear something.
Is this the broken one?
I can almost hear it.
I'm trying to think of what it would even be.
I cannot tell what it is.
I don't know what that is.
Well, let me try something here. Okay, I've got a piece of wood here which helps amplify the sound. We've got this adjusted, and we're getting something that sounds familiar, but we can't tell what it is. Okay, so what I think the problem is, I think this comb right here, the corrosion, I think the corrosion is keeping these from actually sounding the way they're supposed to sound. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find and see if we have a comb that we can replace on there. So we're gonna take this comb off first. Okay. Now, one thing that we discovered doing this is that not all combs are the same. We have an episode where we repaired a strawberry shortcake music box mechanism, which was all rusted and we had to replace the comb. We discovered what we thought was a standard comb, and then all just the music box drum would dictate the song. Turns out these combs are tuned for different songs. So as you can see, some of these are thicker and then they get thinner as they go along. These are the lower notes, and then of course as the weight on the end gets higher, those are the higher notes. So we're going to see if we have a comb that we can put in there and replace. So let's take a look here. We have these right here, which these play the tune of Wish You a Merry Christmas. So let's see. Okay, that's not a match because these are tuned to lower notes. You can see how much thicker that is than over here. I don't know if you can tell that. So let's try another one.
A lot of little fine details.
A lot of little things here. This one plays a song that we have not been able to identify. So let's see what we have here. Got the barrel and the comb here. Okay. And this also is not a match because right here the notes are, these are lower notes than these right here because there's less weight here than this. So, but this is close. We're going to keep this one. Got one more to check.
They all look different to me.
Yeah, exactly. So this one, this barrel, let me pull this out of here. This barrel and comb combination plays the sound of music. So these play the sound of music. So let's take a look here. And that looks pretty close. I think that might be that might almost match. So let's try this one from the sound of music and see what happens. Let's see.
The hill should be alive.
It's a nice shiny new one. Okay, let's see what we get with this one.
I know.
Okay, looks like we got it. We got it adjusted. Now let me see, let me go ahead and wind this back up again. I do not know what that tune is, but it's working. Well, if anyone knows what that tune is, let us know, but we do not recognize it. However, that comb was a match for the old comb. No corrosion on this comb, but we'll see if we can find out what that tune is. But hey, we got a tune now, so let's put it back together. All right, so now it's time to put this music box mechanism back back onto the cover here. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, Ali, if you could put a screw in that first hole. Go ahead and attach it. All right, so we got it all back together. Let's see if it still works. Yep. All right. So let's go ahead.
I don't know what that's on.
Don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
So now we're going to go ahead and attach that glue. Can you hold this, please?
Yeah, I think I can.
All right. 3 drops of glue to hold the lid on. Let's see. There we go. There's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, you want to drop that in there?
Sure.
There, I'll hold the glue for you.
Thanks. Appreciate it. There we go.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
So it looks like we're good here. We're going to go ahead and let this dry cool for a minute, and we'll get up on the stand and look at it.
Okay. Let's do it.
And there it is. All finished up.
Looks good.
Looks
I
great.
like it.
Yeah. There's actually water in the globe now.
Yes.
The stopper and figurine are properly installed. Everything looks good here.
Oh, look, I really like the butterfly on top of the dog's
Oh,
head.
yeah, butterflies right on top of the dog's head. Yeah, and as you saw, we put 30% glue, maybe slightly more than 30%, just a little bit. And as you saw, Ali added butterflies and the chunky silver glitter. Medium glitter or silver or chunky glitter?
Chunky.
Is it chunky? Okay. So we're gonna see what this looks like here. 30% glue, some butterflies, and some silver glitter. Look, there we go.
That looks really good. I love the way the butterflies like kind of
Yeah.
Little floaties. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
It
they're
looks
sitting
good.
on the sitting on the dog's forehead on his back.
Yeah.
That's funny. So, yeah, this turned out really well, and this is a nice fix. It went
Yeah.
well. So thanks for joining us, and we appreciate you guys tuning in. Let us know in the comments what you think, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. And on the way out, let's see if anyone can identify this song. We just cannot figure out what this is.
Yeah, let us know.
There we go. If you have any idea what it is, let us know. Until then, guys, take care, be safe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.